Hello everybody. First I have to say I love these pants. Not only are they a little bit quirky, but they are super comfortable for being jeans. Totally unrelated, but I just found them when I reflipped my closet and I forgot I even owned them and they are fantastic. That being said, totally unrelated to anything. Um, Take it as it comes and deal with each situation as it arrives. We like to fortune tell. We like to visualize, to project. I have been through a great many tragedies, most of which have never happened. We catastrophize, we project onto the future all the things we have to do tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. In the present moment, all the things we have to contend with, all the worst case scenarios, all the anxiety and difficulty and stress that adds on to our present moment and also pulls us away from our present moment. It also limits our faculties to concentrate and direct our focus, time, attention, energy into managing best the present moment, being present in the good present moments, and maneuvering most effectively the more difficult present moments. You can only be in one place at one time. Multitasking is an illusion. It's been said that it's better to do one thing whole-assed than many things half-assed. You can only be in one place at one time, so focus on one thing at one time. Try to wake up each day putting the past in a box, minus what you learned from your mistakes of the past, but don't dwell on them, don't ruminate on them, don't beat yourself up for them. Just take the skills and tools that you learn from them to apply them to the present day. And don't spend your time in the present moment focusing on the past or the future and miss the opportunities to make the best of what is as it comes. The good and the bad over the course of a day, the peaceful, the stressful, the chaotic, and the smooth. Try to take life one bite at a time, one thing at a time, one moment at a time, doing the next right step, the next right thing, given the present situation, the present context. Are you at home with your family? Relaxing? Is it a self-care day? Is it a health-care day? Are you feeling well? Are you sick? Are you under the weather? Do you need to focus on self-care? Is it time to hit the brakes or time to hit the gas? Do you have a lot of obligations and responsibilities? Do you need to be on the top of your game? You should prep for this by a good night's sleep, a proper, healthful morning routine to get your mind, body, and spirit in the best possible place possible. Focus on the foundational aspects of self and healthcare and preparatory work that's needed, but don't agonize over all that there is to do all at once. You will become overwhelmed. It can help to write an intention list before you go to sleep at night when you have a busy day to come. Not to include every bit of minutia that needs doing, but the main priorities that you need to tackle and an approximate time of how long it will take to tackle those main priorities. To be good at time management on the busy days. And if things run over, as things often take longer than we anticipate, that you can maintain adaptability and flexibility to move your schedule around a little bit and rearrange your priorities for the day. What doesn't get done today will still be waiting for you tomorrow. Often the deadlines and the pressure that we place on ourselves most frequently come from ourselves. Only some come from external situations like paying your bills on time, or a work obligation, or getting your children to school at the right time. Many things that we put on ourselves, we put on ourselves. So take into account your level of physical, mental, emotional well-being, your bodily constitution at the beginning of a day, before you tackle all that you think you need to tackle, because often it is things you just simply think you need to tackle. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't burn the candle at both ends simply because you think you have to. You have to be productive all the time. You have to be on the go all the time. You have to be grind, do. Sleep when you're dead. If you don't take care of yourself, and you don't take care of each situation, given the context of the situation, most effectively as possible, you will wear yourself out, you will burn yourself out, you will stress yourself out, and you will be less effective physically, health-wise, sleep deprivation, your mental focus, clarity, attention, energy, relationships, everything will suffer if you don't take care of yourself and take on only what you can take on a given day, given your current constitution and your current obligations. It's a balancing act. But try not to get too overwhelmed by carrying things from yesterday into today. It just mounts stress, and carrying tomorrow and next week and the week after into today, it just mounts stress. Just do one thing at a time, every time, to the best of your ability at that time. Take it as it comes and deal with each situation as it arrives. Reality is what reality is. Life is what it is, what it is, what it is. Radically accept life as it comes. Try to minimize your expectations of how your day is going to play out, how each situation in your day is going to play out, so that when things change on a dime, as they often do, you're not taken off your footing. You can pivot and make adjustments, appropriate adjustments, to effectively handle what's changed in the situation and move on to the next. And what doesn't get done today will be there waiting for you tomorrow. Don't pressurize yourself thinking you have to get it all done all at once. You'll wear yourself to the ground, and if you wear yourself to the ground, lack of sleep, lack of proper nutrition, stress, and many other things actually have a dampening effect on our immune system, and you'll be more prone to catch infections, colds, and other things that will wipe you out of the game entirely for days to weeks at a time. If you're ill, you can do nothing. So all of those things that you are trying to press so hard to complete, now you can't complete anything. You can't be there for your family or your friends or yourself or your job or your obligations or your wishes, wants, and hopes to do, because you are incapacitated. So it's important not to overdo it. Don't try to overextend or obligate yourself. Don't say yes to every opportunity, every offer, every invitation. You can only do so many things in a day. Make sure you try to do the things that are most fitting for that day, in that day. And don't say yes to everything. Learning to say no is an appropriate and important skill so that you can do the things that are most necessary and most valuable, fulfilling, and important to you in your life. You can focus on what's most important, and life will come. Expected and unexpected, not just changes in your plans, but unexpected and unpleasant surprises will pop up all over the place. Little things that you can get frustrated about, that you can get thrown off about, set back about. But part of that is managing your expectations. Because if we have an expectation that this is how it is going to play out and it doesn't meet our expectations, we are disappointed and we're at a loss and we don't know what to do next. We waste time and energy in a negative, upset mood state, disappointed and frazzled, not knowing where to regroup and reattack the present moment in a more effective manner. We waste precious time, and time is life. So accepting reality as it comes. Have a loose plan the night before with setting an intention list so you don't waste time, but don't press time either. Don't try to squeeze every drop out of time. Don't try to be multiple places at once. Don't overcommit yourself. Do what's most fitting for that day, given all things taken into context: family obligations, fun opportunities, your wants to, your dreams, your obligations, your duties, your deadlines, your responsibilities. And try to take that list one thing at a time, realizing that in the end your to-do list doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, at the end of your life, the fact that you haven't cleaned out the garage really isn't going to matter. So make sure you're focusing on what matters in the time that you are doing whatever it is that you are doing. And when you level your expectations, you're more able to fly by the seat of your pants in a dynamic and changing situation, even when life itself comes knocking on your door and changes everything for the duration of the day, the month, or forever. So radically accept life as it is. Radically accept each moment as it comes and goes. And in each moment, try to do the most appropriate and effective right next step in that moment. Seize that moment for what it can be, to bring you the most fulfillment, contentment, purpose, and forward progress in your life. Every moment, every situation, every context offers a different possibility. From a quiet dinner, truly intently listening to your family and loved ones, forming closer relationships to friends and family, rest and recharge, to really grinding it out and accomplishing goals and tasks and forward progress, to everything turn, 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 there is a season, turn, turn, turn. Take it, all of it, the good, the bad, the in-between, the obligation, the responsibility, the sickness, the health, until death do you part. Take every moment of every day as it comes and deal with it in real time. as it comes, as is most effective in that given scenario. For you, for your life, for the totality and quality of your personal development, growth, forward practical progress, life situation, social situation, financial situation, fulfillment, contentment, peace, serenity, the next positive, most effective right move. As things come up, don't imagine them coming up. Because oftentimes we imagine things that never come to pass. And don't spend too much time ruminating about the past, because it is done. It is not to be dealt with. Now you have plenty to deal with today. Let tomorrow take care of itself. Yesterday's over. And approach each present moment, given the context you're given, to the best of your ability, for the enhancement of your life and those around you. Good morning, goodbye. Peace, love, joy. Not today. Quotations. Good morning, goodbye, YouTube.